Hey girls, I can't wait to look less haggard, but I started my period. Don't tell any boys who follow this page. It hit me like a freight train. I have a remedy for that, but have to do my remedy for the week before and wasn't doing that because I was doing the whole surgery and you know, medicine thing. So it hit me so hard. So I'm soaking it up. I'm resting. I'm letting my body take care of me because I know that's what's really happening. So keep your eyes open for a post on how to tap for period symptoms because it can be really helpful and supportive. But right now I'm kind of dead. So I wanted to share something though that somebody asked me to share. Again, it's from this book. It only takes me a second to send you really crappy screenshots, and it's fun to keep you girls going with some insane information. So this one is on HPV. Now, I know that we're all told a lot of different things about HPV. Sometimes it can be cancerous, sometimes not. It's sexually transmitted, sometimes, whatever. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to tell you that there's a lot of emotional stuff under physical stuff. So while we can have physical ailments, okay, and even a diagnosis, which you have to be careful of, there can be things that that we grabbed onto emotionally from our mother while we were in utero, okay, or childhood experiences that either led to these diseases, okay, because the emotions were never handled, or that in a sense activated these according to our specific kind of biology and DNA. So what I'm doing when girls ask for it is I'm just looking up in this book. I have another book that's amazing too, but I just have been looking at this one lately. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post the little screenshots of HPV. And when I sent this to my girl, I started reading the first few sentences because I know her really well. And I realized that this is going to hit her really hard. It's going to be emotional for her because when you have a scare like this, because she's concerned it's cancerous, it's emotional, okay? And when it comes to tapping, these are things I tap on with girls all the time. But then when you actually get to see that somebody has done research on the emotions and maybe a childhood experience of women who have been diagnosed with HPV, you realize how real this is. And it's not meant to ever be scary. It's not even ever meant to accuse anyone, including your parents. What it is, it's new information. And I think as women, what we really want is new information. We want to know how to fix a problem, right? We complain we have bad periods. We complain we have, all these issues in life, and we want to fix the problems. The thing is, sometimes we don't look in the right places. Sometimes the answers aren't there. And the truth is sometimes we're the problem and we don't take help when we have it. So these pages are for you to read, for you to feel heard, to feel validated and go, wow, because I was reading these first 5 sentences and thought she's going to tear up. She's going to cry. She's going to be emotional when she literally starts reading her childhood on paper, because it's been so common for women with HPV to have childhoods like hers. So I actually messaged her after I sent her the pages and I said, hey, hold on, don't read that yet. You're gonna wanna get some water and some Kleenex in a really quiet place, because this is gonna be emotional and it's actually gonna give you some really amazing stuff to work on. And I told her to just tap while she reads. She said, what words do I use while I'm tapping? And that's the number one question people ask. When you're reading something that causes you to be emotional, those are the words. Okay, so you're just going to be tapping. So any girls who have had HPV, maybe somebody, consider sending this to them with a lot of gentleness and love. But I wanted to just share this with any of you who maybe secretly struggle with this, because it can be really encouraging. How do we work with this information? If you were in my office with me when I'm back to work, I might start reading it to you and going over some of it, and you might say, yeah, that's true for my childhood. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's true. Okay, but there might be a point where you go, whoa, that's really amazing. That's really interesting. And it hits home for you, or you even get really emotional because it's so accurate and so true. And it might even stir up some emotions, okay? At that point, we stop, we breathe, we tap. This is incredible tapping material, girls. You don't need me. If you just read these pages and you tap and you breathe, then you're going to get some amazing emotional releases. You're going to gain insight. You might move through some anger, resentment, bitterness. And if you just keep up with it, just reading and tapping and breathing and just doing this in a quiet place, it's almost like a meditation. It's very healing if you stick with it. And always on the other side of getting angry and feeling a lot of these feelings or feeling hurt or sad or whatever is a neutral place where you kind of come to a place of like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. So that's a very neutral place. But if you continue on past neutral, something really cool happens. And it is the goodness, okay? All the positive affirmations, all the good things. So think of what like a friend would tell you. It's okay, life goes on, or it could be worse. All those things that like really bother us when people tell it to us because we're like, yeah, I know, but like still I'm struggling. So what happens after neutral is you actually on your own might come to some realizations, some weird cliches, maybe some even truth of like, wow, you know what, it really could be worse than this. But more importantly, you're healing up your childhood without going and paying a therapist for 10 years. So I just want to share this with you. Read it. If you find it useful, please share that with me. If you girls have been interested in tapping and this hits home for you, reach out to me. I'm taking new clients. It's just going to be a few weeks after I take care of my regular clients. If you have any questions, also always please ask. And the last video I did on one of these was on PCOS. So if you happen to have PCOS, I actually did a real full length, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes video actually reading through all of this. And that's on YouTube. So how to get there is to go into my Instagram profile, click on my link, and then you're going to get to my YouTube tapping videos. The reason you might want somebody to be reading this to you is it's very similar to when I'm sitting with you in person and reading it to you. And instead of us stopping and tapping in person, you actually just get to hit pause on me on the video. And then you get to tap and breathe and process the information or journal the information if you're a journaler. So go over there if you have PCOS or send somebody there if they have PCOS. Again, this is just an easy way to give you some amazing information for you to work on while I'm not tapping one-on-one with girls. And I'm just here to answer your questions. If there was something that you wanted me to look up, please ask. I have 3 other things I told girls I would look up. And I'm really having a very tired day. I think someone told me day 11 post-surgery can be really rough. And this is day 11 for me. No, it's close to day 11 for me. And then also that whole period thing. So I'm just kind of looking these up as I get a chance and posting them. That I will post these screenshots at the end of this video so that you can just pause and read them or take screenshots of them. I'm also going to put them in my stories and then probably save those somehow too for you girls to come back to sometime.